Hey, what's up, Happy Gamer fans? Uh, the ones that actually watch my videos, or whatever. Um, I look like shit, as I usually do, but shit just keeps getting better for me, because I woke up this morning, I didn't get much sleep, I was bummed out and shit, and then I was watching Satch Bags, whatever. This guy I found on YouTube, he was just fucking awesome. He was like laying all this shit down. I felt like so smart. And then my mom like knocks on the door. She's like, "I'm leaving." I'm like, "Well, alright." So I go downstairs and I get my laptop. And like I log on to YouTube and everything, and the first thing I see, like before I even sign in, is they had a new official trailer for the Godzilla movie that's coming out. And that's what this video would be on. Since I'm trying to make a new video every day, kind of short on topics, but I'm going to discuss the fucking trailer and analyze it as much as I possibly can, because why the fuck not, right? Now, I don't know how many people that watch my show, the 27 of you that there are, since I keep track for my ego's reasons, but I don't know how many of you guys are fans on Godzilla. Me personally, I'm a big fan. I don't really I haven't really watched that many of them, to be honest, but I know a lot about it, and the one I'm most familiar with is the American-made one, the one that everyone hates for good reason. And that's why, like, when I first heard that there was a new one, since I always keep up to date on new movies that are coming out, because I'm a cinephile. I fucking love movies. Like, that movie website, IMDb, that, like, that I go on to fucking find trailers and shit, and the upcoming movies. Like, I know movies that are coming out a year in advance. So I already know what's coming out next January. Or most of it, because a lot of stuff isn't announced, but I know one of the movies that's coming out in January. Maybe two, who knows. But since I always follow it up, I make jokes with my friends, and we call that my porn website. Because I greatly overreact to trailers, basically. I actually, right after watching that Godzilla trailer, I should have filmed myself watching it. Because my reaction was funny. But I'm not going to get into those reaction video things, because fuck it. I might, when the first trailer for Resident Evil 6 comes out, which should be soon, since Resident Evil 6 is coming out in September. Oh, did I drop the ball on that? Because none of you knew that, but I did. Yeah. It's coming out. It's the final one, and I'm excited more than anything. But, so, everyone, now that this Godzilla movie's coming out, is probably wondering if they're gonna fuck it up, like they did the first time they tried it. And that was my main concern. Because last year, I was looking to the movies that were being made this year, and there's a lot of weird stuff that I was, like, looking through. I was looking through weird movies. Apparently they're making a 50 Shades of Grey movie next year, which is weird. I think it's coming out in January. That's the one that's coming out in January. It's either January or December. Whatever. And I know I said December wrong, because I'm an idiot. But, and the first time I spotted Godzilla on that list, I was flabbergasted. Because I thought maybe it was like a new Japanese one, because it had the Japanese, like, letters or whatever going down under Godzilla. But when I looked at the cast list, because of course I wanted to know what it was, because I thought Toho, the creators of Godzilla, or whatever my extensive knowledge on Godzilla would put up, but that Toho made a lot of Godzilla movies. I think they might be the creators, but I don't know. Hair, get out of my face, literally. But I thought it would be another one made by them, but they had stopped making Godzilla movies, or at least they said they would, like they usually do. But I look at the cast list and I see it's all American actors, ones that I know. And at the forefront of the cast is, of course, Breaking Bad's Bryan Cranston, who is a fucking amazing actor. I actually just found out recently that he was in Malcolm in the Middle. He played the dad, and I never knew that before, because back when Malcolm in the Middle was popular, I didn't know who Bryan Cranston was, and I didn't recognize actors by their faces, as I do now. Anyway, but Bryan Cranston is going to be in Godzilla, and sadly to me, he has hair. I like Bryan Cranston when he's bald. Looks much more like a badass. But, the trailers leave a lot to the imagination. It's mostly just, like, crudely put together edits. I mean, like, they should. Because why spoil everything? Now, I'm pretty sure there's only 2 trailers. Or at least, ones that I know. They might have another, but I'm not sure. But, the first one that I saw, I overreacted to again. But that was in front of my friends. Because we were just looking through, and I was trying to, like, brag and talk about, like, oh, yeah, I always know about what's coming up, because I'm a dick. And we were looking through the coming soon section on IMDb, and, I spotted it. And, like, I had been, like, eyeballing it for a long time. I made it so that I should get notifications on my phone, but I fucking don't for some reason. Thank you, IMDb app. Anyway. And then I saw it had a trailer. And I got fucking excited. Because before, it didn't have trailers, because trailers don't usually come out, like, 6 months before they should. But we watched it, and it basically didn't show Godzilla at all. At the beginning of the trailer, of the first trailer, I'm going to get into the new one soon, but in the first trailer, it just showed, like, guys jumping out of an airplane into, like, clouds and dust and shit. And it left me and my friends wondering, like, is this even a Godzilla movie? Because it doesn't show Godzilla at all. But, of course, as the parachuters parachute in, the city is destroyed. What could do such a thing? I wonder. Anyway. I say anyway a lot. My bad. But, so, then it starts showing, like, little tiny clips with no, like, audio, and just, like, that weird, like, dramatic music that they use to build, like, tension and excitement in trailers. You know what it is, because they always use the same music. But they do that, and they show all these little clips, and it shows Bryan Cranston holding some girl and stuff, and things happen, and then at the end, it, like, shows the people, like, falling from the sky, and then, like, you see, like, Godzilla's spines rise out of the dust, and then you hear his roar, and then the trailer's over. And when I watched that, I shit my pants. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. I freaked out, because it looked fucking awesome. I mean, all trailers usually do. Mostly all of them. But then, seeing this new trailer, because that was just a teaser trailer, just to tease the movie Kind of like my ex-girlfriends would always tease me on Skype and then just fucking hang up and shit. Fucking punched my laptop. That didn't happen. I was joking. I didn't have a girlfriend. Ever. Ha 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 ha. I'm a comedian. Ding. But, sidetracking there. In this new trailer, it basically... Fucking basically. God, I say a lot of the same shit, don't I? Trying to sound smart when you really aren't, Andrew. So, they talk in this trailer, surprisingly. There's a lot of dialogue and a lot of giving away of secrets that should probably have stayed in the film. But it was really fucking cool. Like, it showed a lot more of Godzilla. Like, it started out with Bryan Cranston talking, like, to some person, and he's just like, oh, you called this natural disasters and earthquakes and things. I know it's not. I know it's something that you're trying to cover up, and that's my Bryan Cranston impression, and it's a terrible one, because I haven't worked on it like I do my other impressions, but he's just talking and, like, shows pictures of ruined cities and shit, and, like, of course, the Statue of Liberty is getting destroyed again, because fuck the French. I know it's a present, but I guess we hate it. Fuck it, right? But, so we then get little tiny views of Godzilla, like his tail, or the spines. You see him, like, swim under one of those big military battleships. Like, you don't see him, like, swim under. You see a top-down view of the deck of the ship, and you see him, like, or you see something swim under it, because I don't know if it's Godzilla or not. And then they talk about, like, war stuff and things, and shows, like, people running and stuff, and towns being destroyed, of course. And then they start talking, they start, like, showing pictures of nuclear bombs a lot, for reasons unknown. There's one that has, like, an anti-Godzilla head on it, which is weird. And then they say, they're like, you remember back in, like, the 1950s when they did nuclear bomb tests out in the Pacific? And I'm just like, yes. And they were just like, those weren't actually tests. Those were us trying to kill it. And at that point in the trailer, my mouth dropped, because now they're making him seem like a badass. Because apparently the Japanese people never thought to use nuclear bombs. But if nuclear bombs, things that destroyed fucking millions of people, I don't know the statistics, don't try and question me about that, but things that can destroy fucking everything, the most powerful weapon known to man right now, besides, I was gonna make a dick joke, but there's no point. The smell of my balls, fuck it. Put it in there, I don't care. I'll just edit it out anyway, but I'm totally not going to, because fucking editing is hard, and I'm lazy. But if nuclear bombs can't even stop Godzilla, then what the fuck will? Nothing. Except, of course, it shows more teaser stuff of people running and shooting guns and things, and then, after a lot of just pointless scenes and stuff, and like Bryan Cranston running into the camera, huffing and puffing, it shows what made me the most excited, besides the last scene that they showed. The scene was 3 people on a building, and they shoot flares up. And the flares go, and like they illuminate leathery skin. And it's moving like a leg or something moving up. But it didn't look like Godzilla. You heard me right. I'm pretty sure from that trailer that they are going to bring another monster into the mix. Whatever they're called. I think they're called kaiju. That's not just like Pacific Rim. That's what they actually call giant monsters in Japan. Some shit like that. I just call them monsters because fuck it. I'm not going to get all fancy. But they're bringing another monster in, I'm pretty sure. And then, of course, like, it showed more stuff of the monster. Like, it showed something, like, diving into the water, and it didn't look like a Godzilla form. And also showed, like, a little, like, claw hand thing. And it didn't really show much. But my opinion, since I know all of the Godzilla monsters, mostly all of them, because I play Godzilla video games, because fuck life. And because I watched the fucking movie that has that monster in it like 90 times, since it was the only Godzilla movie I ever owned, Godzilla 2000, I think it's Orca. I think definitively it will be Orca. I'm not sure, but his fucking leathery skin and color of his skin is reminiscent of Orca. The texture of his skin also, which, I don't know, I haven't felt it. He must use a lot of lotion, though. It looks really smooth but bumpy, which makes no sense. That's an oxymoron, or I think that's what that means. Anyway, but on the little claw thing, little claw that he walked on, that they showed once, that looks like one of the claws from his hands that he walks on, or feet, whatever. It's Orca. I don't know. What do you want from me? Do you want me to fucking tell you the entire movie? Because it's not out yet. It'll be out, like, I don't have it up on my screen. I don't know why I'm looking at the laptop, because it's not up there. But it's coming out like fucking June. I don't know. Probably. I'm gonna go fucking see that shit. I don't want to, though. Because if I go see it in theaters, they'll kick me out. Not for masturbating in a public theater, which will probably happen, but for the fact that I'll scream the entire goddamn movie. I'll get so fucking excited. Stop turning off, laptop. I will get so fucking excited that I'll be yelling at the top of my lungs like, yeah! Fuck yeah! And things that are also words that come out of my mouth and stuff. But the one thing that made me yell at the top of my lungs, oh my fucking god, those were the exact words, except a lot louder and yellier, because I get loud sometimes, was the very end. We get to see Godzilla. Not all of Godzilla, but his fucking head. Which is all I needed, by the way. It shows these quarantine doors closing, and then his head comes out of the mist, and he roars. Oh my fucking god. He is beautiful. Ugh. I can't even describe how happy I am that they went back to the original design for Godzilla, but they made it cooler looking. Cause sure, that fucking the Godzilla that's in the original American movie, he was like a cool design, but he was just really shitty. He was smaller than all the buildings, and he couldn't even shoot fucking lasers out of his mouth. What's the point? What's the point of having a Godzilla if he's not huge and unstoppable and doesn't shoot fucking lasers? They killed him in that movie. Have you ever watched a Godzilla movie? They don't ever fucking kill him because he's unkillable. He always escapes back into the water because fuck Japan. Not literally, but Godzilla says it. Godzilla's like a big middle finger to those motherfuckers. They're not motherfuckers. I'm sorry, Japan people. But they're going back to the original design, and I'm fucking just ecstatic about that shit. And that's basically all I have. I don't have a shirt. My bad. But that's all I have for that. I'm excited. Let me tell you, I'll probably be the first fucking person. I'll be waiting in front of the movie theater 2 fucking days before the midnight premiere, camping out, just so I could be the first fucking person in. Because I'm going to watch that movie. I don't care what anyone fucking says. I don't care if they hack off my goddamn legs and say I have cancer in my fucking penis. I don't care if my body gets melted to the cement. I will fucking watch that movie, no matter what. because it looks awesome. Anyway, here we go again with anyways. Look forward to a new episode tomorrow, or maybe even today if I feel like it, if I have enough time. I got a lot of movie hating on to do. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't seen my other videos, maybe you should check them out. Because, sure, I'm not very likable in this video, but maybe I will be in other videos. You don't know. Things change. Just like my attitude towards asparagus. That wasn't funny, Andrew. You should kill yourself. Not today. Not while Godzilla is begging for me to watch it. Goodbye. I didn't hit the stop button, did I? Motherfucker, phone, when I fucking tell you to do something, fucking do it.